Hi, welcome to this short yoga practice. Just make sure that you take any modifications that feel right for you and your body today. I'll give you different options. We're going to start this practice sitting down, leaning back into the hands. Fingers can face away and just bring your feet out in front of you. Maybe here, just closing down the eyes. And just taking a moment to notice and observe. Notice maybe the sounds around you. Notice the shape and the feel of the breath in the body. Just check that the jaw is soft. The tongue is broad and released down away from the roof of the mouth. Starting to deepen the breath. Three-dimensional breath as you breathe into the abdomen, the side body, the back body. And then maybe on your next exhalation, just sighing out that breath. And then taking one more. And have a sense of arriving at the start of the practice. And then from here, maybe just starting to gently rock the knees, just from one side to the other, really slow in the movement. And then maybe you can just start to make the rocks that windscreen wiper action a bit larger. And as you do, you can start to move the feet apart. And then we can start to bring a little bit of movement to the side body, into the spine. Maybe bringing that knee all the way down. And see, can you just slow the movement here, really feel into this movement. The next time you bring your knee down towards the left, maybe reaching the right arm up, and then coming back and bringing the knees down towards the right, lifting your left arm. And then maybe the next time you come down towards the left, lifting your right arm up, maybe now coming onto the knee. And coming back down. And just again observing, noticing where there's space, where there feels a little restriction. One more each side. And then just coming back down to sitting. You can cross one shin in front of the other. We're coming into square pose, so just check that the heels are kind of nicely in line with the knees and not coming back towards the sit bone. Shins are parallel towards the front end of the mat. And just take a moment to breathe here as we warm up the body into the hip area. You can take your weight side to side, or you can just stay here with the breath. And then inhaling, reaching into the fingertips. Exhaling, turning towards the right. Inhaling to center. You can change across the legs, so now different shin in front. Wiggle the heels to the knees and take a moment here. Noticing any difference from one side to the other. Again, you could just take your weight side to side, or you could stay still and just use the breath. And then inhaling, coming up, reaching into the fingertips. Exhaling, turning towards the left. Inhaling to center. From here, just bring your ankles in, bring your weight forwards, and then you're going to make your way down onto your front, into prone. Bring your left arm in front of you, bend your right knee, and then see, can you grab a bit of the trouser leg, ankle, heel, toes, whatever you can find, keeping the knees as much as possible together. Try to pull that heel down towards the buttocks. Keep pressing the pubic bone into that groin and navel away, so you're just lengthening here across the front line of that thigh. And then release, right arm in front, bend your left knee, pull that heel down towards the buttocks and knees stay together. Use a breath and release. Bring your elbows underneath your shoulders. We're moving into sync. So from here, check your elbows aren't too far back or too far forward. Check they aren't too far out. Again, press the pubic bone into the mat. Press into the forearms and see now, can you invite the collarbones to smile? So we're really opening up here across the chest. Back of the neck as long as it's an active pose. Check you're not slumping down into the shoulders. And breathe. And coming down. Bring the arms out, kind of shoulder height. You're going to come onto the fingertips. Make sure there's a nice little bend into the elbows. Bring your feet wide. Inhale. Reach forward with the heart coming up into this wide arm cobra. Exhale, you're going to drop your left shoulder down, looking over your right shoulder. Inhaling, coming to center. Exhaling, drop your right shoulder down, looking over your left shoulder. So moving now with the breath. Inhaling, center. Exhaling, twist. Inhaling, center. Exhaling, twist, taking one more each side. Inhaling, center. Exhaling, twist. Inhaling, center. Exhaling, twist. Inhaling back to center. Exhaling, coming back down. Bring the legs together again. Bring your left arm in front of you one more time. Bend your right knee. Grab one more time, whatever you can reach. Ankle, trouser leg, heel. From here, we're going to come into a half Dhanursasana. So squeeze your bottom, squeeze the hamstring to lift that knee. And now press, press, press your hand, or your foot into your hand to open up here across the chest. The heart, lift the knee. Breathe into the sensations. Find that sense of energy. And coming back down. Bring your right arm in front. Bend your left knee. Again, grabbing whatever you can reach. Squeeze your bottom, squeeze your hamstring to lift that knee. And then press your foot into that hand to open up here across the chest. And then coming back down. Take the hands underneath the shoulders and gently make your way into Balasana. You can come into an active Balasana by keeping the arms extended. And then press into the hands just to wiggle the sit bones back, just to release the lower back. And then from here, on your next inhalation, make your way forwards into your tabletop position. Knees are in line now with the hips. And then from there, tuck your toes. Make your way into bear. same action as tabletop, but your knees hover maybe an inch, 2 inches away from the floor. Draw the navel in. So find that sense of energy as you press through the hands. From there, you're going to make your way into plank. So you can walk the hands forwards. Again, find that rebound, navel towards the back of the spine. Exhaling down from the toes or from the knees. Elbows graze the side body. Inhale, reach forward with the heart coming into cobra. Back of the neck stays long. Drop the shoulders, glue the elbows to the side body. So you're trying to squash a grape either side of the body with the elbows. Exhaling, come down. Press into the hands. Hips come back. You can come tuck the toes into this kind of wide or high hip balasana. Now we're going to take this one more time. Come forward onto the hands and knees, into your tabletop. Toes are tucked, come into bear. Press the floor away, navel towards back of the spine. Find that energy. And then from there you're going to make your way into plank. You might want to walk the feet back or the hands forwards. Push the floor away in plank. Energize. Exhaling down again from the toes or from the knees. Elbows graze the side body. Inhale, reach forward. Coming into cobra. Exhale. Tap the toes. This time you're going to make your way into downward facing dog. You can walk out your down dog here by bending one knee and then the other. Slow the breath, slow the movement. Really focus that breath now into the back ribs. So when you're ready, you're going to come into a still downward facing dog. Maybe put a little bend into the knees, press into the hands, shoot the sit bones up and back. Option now, maybe then to straighten the legs again, maybe bring the heels a little closer down towards the ground. So just again taking what feels right for you and your body this morning. Breathe here. So we focus our breath into the lower ribs. Gently engage the navel towards the back of the spine. Hug in with the tailbone. Bring your left foot a little closer to the center line and inhale your right leg up. As you do, bring that leg up straight and have the hips square. So you're rolling the inside of that right thigh up towards the sky. From here, we're now going to stack our right hip on top of our left hip. Keep your right foot active and flex. Lift the heel by another millimeter. And then option again to bend your right knee. So now your right heel is trying to kick your left glute. As you point your right knee a little more up towards the sky. So the hip, the knee are turning towards the side. Square the hips off one more time. Looking between the hands. You're going to help or step your right foot in between the hands. Your left foot is going to come 45 degrees. Press into your front foot to come up. We're going to come into Virabhadrasana 1 or Warrior 1. To do this, you're going to roll the inside of your left thigh towards the back of the mat. Spiral the arms up. And then as you do, bend now into your right knee. But as you bend into that right knee, keep pulling that right hip crease back. So check that right hip hasn't popped forward. So you're using the muscles of the waist now to find this rotation. So the chest and the shoulders are square to the front of the mat. Press into the back of that back foot, your left foot, so you're lifting into that left arch. Smooth the breath. Soften the gaze. From here, we're going to make our way into humble warrior. So you're going to bind the hands behind the back. From here, drop your right shoulder to the inside of your right knee. Now reach the hands up, up, up towards the sky. Hug to the center line. Draw the navel in. Bringing the hands back down. Press into your front foot to come up. We're going to turn towards the side. Bring the toes out, heels in. Check the feet aren't too far out. Inhale, reach into the fingertips. Exhale, coming into your goddess pose. You want to make sure the knees are tracking over the second toes. Draw the shoulders back. Inhaling into your cactus arms. Exhaling, round the back into this kind of cow shape back. Inhaling cactus. Exhaling round. And take two more. Inhaling cactus. Exhaling round. Navel towards back of spine. Inhaling. Exhaling. Coming back into your goddess. Inhaling. And then from here, you're going to lift your back heel. Hands are going to frame your front foot. Take the weight into the hands. And now you're going to step your right leg back. So you're coming into plank. From here, we're going to come into side plank. So it could be that you bring your right knee down, stacking your left hip on top. You could have one foot in front of the other. You could stack your feet. Wherever you are here, legs are super active, spark the toes. Energize, and your right shoulders are directly above your right wrist. Press out of that right shoulder. Lift the hips by another millimeter. Stay here for a couple more breaths. Option here to bend your left knee, bring the toes behind, and then sweep your left arm up and over, coming into your wild thing. To come out of wild thing, reach your left arm back up. Bring your left leg back. We're going to make our way back into plank. Find that rebound, push the full weight shoulders, glide away from each other. Exhaling down from the toes or from the knees. Inhaling cobra. Exhale. Make your way into balasana and soften. So after that sense of energy and doing, see now, can you have a sense of non-doing, non-effort? And the back body become a piece of silk drapery. Check here the gaze, the jaw is soft. And then when you're ready, you're going to reach the arms away, spread the fingers, and in your own time, make your way back into a downward facing dog. Breathe here. And from here, you're going to lift your left leg up, roll the inside of that left thigh up towards the sky. Press into the hands. Option now to stack your left hip on top of your right hip, turning the knees, the hip, the toes towards the side. And then option from here as well is to bend that knee so that left heel now is trying to kick that right glute. Square the hips off again, looking between the hands. You're going to help or step your left foot in between the hands. Right foot's going to come 45 degrees. Press into your front foot. We're coming back into Virabhadrasana 1. We're trying to get both hip bones to point towards the short end of the mat. Roll the inside of that right thigh back. Spiral the arms up. Exhale, bend into that left knee, but as you do, keep pulling that left hip crease back. Soften the shoulders, soften the gaze. Using the muscles of the waist to find that rotation so the shoulders are square, hips are square. And then from here, coming into your humble warrior. So bind the hands one more time behind the back, different index finger in front. Slowly bring your left shoulder down to the inside of that left knee. reaching the hands one more time up towards the sky. Squeeze to the center line for balance. Bringing the hands back down, press into that front foot to come up, turning towards the side. Inhaling. Exhaling, coming into your goddess. Again, just check that the toes are over the knees. From here, we're going to reach to the side. So inhaling, exhaling, left forearm down, right arm across. Inhaling, center. Exhaling. Right forearm down, left arm across. Inhaling back to center. So you can either bring your forearm down towards the thigh, or you can just gently bring it in front of you if you just want to work a little more deeply. Slow the movement, slow the breath. Really press the heels into the mat here to fire up the glutes. We're going to take one more each side. Coming back to center, press into the feet. Lift your back heel as you turn towards the top of the mat. Hands frame your left foot. Take the weight into the hands. Step that leg back. Exhaling down from the toes or from the knees. Inhaling cobra. Exhaling. Come back down. So I just take a moment coming back into your plank. We're going to make our way into side plank from here. So left hand down. You can bring your left knee down as you stack that right hip on top. You can take one foot in front of the other. You can stack your feet. Again, energize. The legs are super active. Flex the feet, spark the toes. Left shoulder is above that left wrist. Lift the hips. Stay here for a couple more breaths. That feels enough. Option to bend your right knee. Toes come behind, and then press, press, press into the feet to lift the hips and allow that right arm to come up and over, coming into a wild thing. Keep pressing out of that left shoulder. To come out, bring your right hand back up, right leg back, coming back down into your plank. Exhaling down. Inhaling cobra. And then making your way back into Balasana and soften. Inhaling, coming up. We're going to finish the practice with a seated pose, Janu Shirshasana. Starting from Dandasana, extend the legs out. Bend your left leg, bring the heel towards the sit bone, and then allow that knee to drop out to the side. So the sole of the foot comes to the inside of that thigh. From here, inhale, lift up out of the waist. This is a micro twist towards your extended right leg. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling, lift. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling, lift. Exhaling, forward fold, and then coming out of your deepest expression of this pose. So just see that. Can you allow the breath just to quieten and soften a bit more? You might want to walk the hands a little more over towards the right side, creating that space along the left side of the spine. Walking back to center. Using that Ujjayi breath if it's available, maybe using that extended exhalation, draw the navel in. And then inhaling, coming up. Bring your hand to the outside of that knee. And then allow that leg to come back down. Bend your right knee. Heel towards the sit bone. And then allow that knee to drop out to the side. Sole of the foot comes to the inside of that thigh. And then from here, inhale, lengthen out the spine, reach, reach, reach. Exhale, forward fold. Inhaling, lift up out of the waist. Exhaling, forward fold. Taking one more. Inhaling, lift. Exhaling, forward fold. And then again, coming out of your deepest stretch. And just see, can you then allow the breath just to create that space. Maybe you're going to walk the hands around towards the left. If it's available, using that Ujjayi breath, maybe lengthening your exhalation to quieten the nervous system. And maybe coming back to center. And inhaling, calming up. Bringing yourself to a comfortable cross-legged position. Sitting up out of the waist. Maybe bring the arms together, hands into prayer. Maybe gently bowing the head. Closing down the eyes. And just take a moment to be fully present at the end of this practice today. And I hope you all feel well and enjoy the practice today.